Hello, everyone. This is Jim Biringer, NHLRumors.com. Please hit that notification button, hit the bell, like the video, give us a thumbs up, comment on the video as well. We're talking about Connor McDavid, the Edmonton Oilers, Evan Bouchard, Corey Perry, and the offseason rumors that's going to be flying around after the Oilers came up short yet again in the Stanley Cup final, losing to the Florida Panthers. And let's begin with Connor McDavid, the captain of the Edmonton Oilers. He is eligible to sign a contract extension July 1st. But the rumors are going to run rampant. The overreaction is going to come from what he had said on Thursday during the Oilers' year-end availability. He was asked about his future. He talked about how he's going to take some time. He's not in a rush. He's going to talk to his agent. He's going to talk to his family. He's going to decide what's best for his family. And winning is the number one priority for him. And if he sees a window to win with the Oilers, he'll sign long-term. And the belief is he's going to sign it with the Edmonton Oilers, whether it's July 1st, and most likely it's not going to be July 1st. Most people expected a new contract extension then, and it could still happen, but most likely it won't happen. But the indications are he stays with the Edmonton Oilers, and there's always a small percentage chance that it doesn't happen, and you can never say never in this business. But you look at it, he wants to win. They've been to back-to-back Stanley Cups. I know Michael Jordan with Chicago Bulls got beat up by the bad boy Pistons. Took him a little bit to win. He finally got over the hump when he said enough is enough. McDavid had a chance to max out the salary cap last time on his current deal, which expires. He could have taken 20%. He didn't. He took 12. He took 12.5. He said, "Let's meet in the middle." Okay. Draisaitl's at 15. We know Bouchard's probably going to get 10. Where does McDavid fall in? Well, is it 15 to 17 million range is probably what's going to be. And is it an 8-year deal? Is it a 4-year deal like Matthews? Is it a 5-year deal, 6-year? Doesn't matter. He's going to sign with the Edmonton Oilers. And again, what he said today about taking time, about no rush, not being patient, and going through the process is similar to what Leon Draisaitl said last year around this time when the Oilers lost. He talked about it's going to take a little time to figure out what I want, what the Oilers want, what everybody wants, and go from there. And everybody's like, "Oh, Leon's leaving. Leon's going to go. He's not going to stay." Leon Draisaitl signs an 8-year extension with the Edmonton Oilers, $15 million AAV. Leon Draisaitl doesn't sign that extension if Connor McDavid says to him he's leaving in a couple of years. That doesn't happen. And the Edmonton Oilers are then heading for a rebuild. Stan Bowman was thrown into a hornet's nest last year with the Philip Broberg and Dylan Holloway offer sheets after Jeff Jackson, the CEO of hockey operations, handled July 1st when Ken Holland, the GM's contract was expired. Probably not the wisest move, but Jackson knows McDavid. He was McDavid's former agent to negotiate the current deal where McDavid could have taken the max to 20%. He knows McDavid wants to win. He knows McDavid could get 20%. But I think he doesn't. And the belief is that he won't do it. And everybody's going to link him to the Rangers, to Toronto, to LA, to all these teams, Tampa, because, he's going to go win. Well, you know what? Maybe he likes it in Edmonton. His family, he has family there, his roots, he's putting down roots, and that's where he wants to be. And you look at it, and his running buddy's there. He has a chance with this group to have unfinished business. And they're coming up so close in the Stanley Cup final, losing the Florida Panthers again. So, again, it's a couple days after they lost. He's not even eligible to even talk an extension until July 1st, according to the current CBA. So, whatever people want to talk about, they could talk about, but it's just going to be overreaction. And Connor McDavid is an Edmonton Oiler, and they'll figure out a way to get it done. Again, it can't be a distraction come training camp. It has to get done, similar to what the Matthews situation was in Toronto, similar to what the Nylander situation was. It was a distraction all year in Toronto, but the Toronto media and Toronto Maple Leafs and the Mitch Marner stuff, they handled it right away. This is what we're talking about. We're not talking about it anymore. But you cannot let a guy like Connor McDavid linger through the season because that's all anybody's going to want to talk about. So my estimation is it's going to be similar timeline as Draisaitl, and it gets done sometime late summer, early fall before training camp, and then everybody can move on with their lives. Because anybody and their mother is going to be talking about, oh, McDavid's going to leave. He's going to want to leave. Look what he said. This is how you're interpreting it. Maybe we just need to step back, think about, listen to what these players have to say, and move on. As far as Evan Bouchard goes, he wants to remain with the Edmonton Oilers. He's not even thinking about an offer sheet. He likes it there. He wants to be there. Connor McDavid called him a priority, says they should get it done. He's part of the core. He believes in Bouchard, and he believes in his team. And the Oilers, though, have cap issues. They're going to have to move out Victor Arvidsson. Could they maybe move on from Jeff Skinner? Could they move on from Evander Kane, who has, a 16-team no-trade clause? Remember, he's on LTIR for most of the year, though he should have been on from the beginning. So they could have matched Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg, and maybe the issue with the league isn't a problem because that would probably have been the right thing to do. But they're going to try to move money out. And maybe eventually they're going to have to ask Darnell Nurse to waive his no-movement clause because maybe that's what you look at. Because maybe Evan Bouchard is the number one there. And they're going to have to bring in a Matthias Ekholm type defenseman to help settle down this D. The loss of Philip Broberg was just so huge they couldn't rebound from it. And then you look between the pipes. Stuart Skinner, Calvin Pickard is just not good enough. Did they lose faith in Stuart Skinner? Possibly. The players are never going to admit it. But when you let in the goals he did in the Stanley Cup final, it's hard to not see it. So they're going to look to upgrade, but who's out there? Jake Allen, John Gibson. Anaheim's willing to retain. But there are not many options. Do you go to an unproven guy like Joel Holford? We saw what that did in Detroit. You don't want to do that. You're in that window. You have a chance to get back there again. So there's a lot of question marks. Corey Perry wants to stay. He believes this is a chance for him to win. There's a lot of question marks surrounding the Edmonton Oilers right now. You don't want to change too much up, but Chris Knobloch changed too much up in the Stanley Cup final after Game 4's victory, and that's what happened, and that's why he lost. So if you look at it and say, okay, we don't want to tinker too much, but we know we have to make some changes with the depth with this team. Trent Frederick could be closing in on an 8-year deal, $4 million extension. That is a lot for a type of player, but good for Trent because he's worked his butt off from the Boston Bruins days when he was drafted. He knew he had the ability to play in the league, and he's there now, and he just has a sustained role. Everybody's going to hoot and holler about the contract, but they're keeping the AAV down. Maybe it doesn't work out down the road. But again, nothing official till it's official with Frederick. But the Edmonton Oilers have work to do this offseason to get things done. Begins with Connor McDavid, Evan Bouchard, and moving money off the books. Let's see what Stan Bowman has to do because it's a busy offseason, his first fall offseason with the NHL draft and then into free agency. Jim Biringer here, NHLRumors.com. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back again for another Rumors video heading into the NHL draft. Take care.